Hello everyone. In this video we will study the structure of human excretory system. In this video we will study human excretory system. This is very important topic of the human physiology. In last video we have studied the excretory product and types of excretory organs in different animals. In this video we are going to study this human excretory system, means we will study about the excretory system of human only. Okay, so step by step we will study the morphology of the human excretory system, means morphology of the kidney, anatomy of kidney, and then physiology of kidney. So we can study step by step. First we should see this is the structure of the human excretory system. This is aorta, this one is aorta, or we can say this is dorsal aorta, and this will bring the blood up to the different nephron of the kidney. So this is aorta and this is bringing the blood up to kidney, and this is inferior vena cava, and this inferior vena cava will take away the filtered blood to the heart. This is inferior vena cava. This is inferior vena cava, and in this structure this will take away the blood. The filtered blood will go out from this kidney. This is bringing the blood and this is taking away of the blood. Here one more structure located over the surface, over the dorsal surface of the kidney, and this is known as adrenal gland. Adrenal gland. Ad means joint, renal means kidney, means the endocrine gland that is located over the renal or kidney, over the surface of the kidney. That gland is known as adrenal gland, and this is kidney. There are two kidney in human body. This is right kidney, this one is left kidney. Left kidney a little bit up, and right kidney a little bit down due to presence of liver over it. So it is 1.5 centimeter down below due to presence of liver over it. And this is the renal. This one is renal artery, and this is renal vein. This is renal vein, means renal means kidney, renal means kidney, artery means that brings the blood away from the heart up to the kidney, and renal vein it will take away the blood to the heart. So this is renal vein and this is renal artery. This is the depression or notch. That depression is termed as, this is hilum. The notch present here through which ureter, renal artery and renal vein are coming out or going in, that structure is known as hilum. And this is ureter. There are two kidney, that's why there are two ureter, two in number. And this is urinary bladder. This is urinary bladder, and this is urethra, means this urinary bladder will collect the urine temporarily, and when it will be stimulated, it will be contracted, then the urine will pass out through the opening, and this structure is known as urethra. So this is the external feature of this one. Actually this ureter, these two ureter will open into the trigone part of this urinary bladder. This will open a trigone part. This is another structure inside the urinary bladder that will open into trigone. This is known as trigone. And the wall of the urinary bladder made up of detrussus muscle, that is a smooth muscle. Wall made up of a smooth muscle, or detraction muscle, this smooth muscle, and there are many receptor site present over it. These are the receptor sites. That there will be many receptor sites present in the wall of this one. Okay, urethra has two. Urethra is made up of this urethra. It has two sphincters. This is internal sphincter and this one is external sphincter. So there are two sphincter located in this region of urethra. Later we will discuss in details, but see, this is right kidney. If we consider this one is right kidney, and this right kidney is 1.5 centimeter below due to presence of liver over it. This is left kidney, this one is left kidney, and left kidney a little bit means 1.5 centimeter up. And this is the structure, this is known as pelvis, this one is pelvis, this structure is known as pelvis, and there are many, this part, external part of this kidney is known as cortex, and the medullary inner part of the kidney divided into many pyramidal structure, and these pyramidal structure is termed as, these are the pyramidal structure, and these pyramidal structure will be termed as, these are the pyramidal structures, and these are known as a medullary pyramid, because this is the part of the medulla, that's why this is known as medullary pyramid. The formation of medullary pyramid is due to the depression of, this is finger like depression of this cortex region. So this is the depression, these are the depression, these are the depression, and this depression is the cortex depression, and the depression is termed as, this depression of this cortex is known as this structure. This is known as a renal column. This is known as a renal column, and a renal column also known as column of Bardini, or we can say column of Bardini. This is the depression which is formed due to invagination of this cortex. As this cortex invaginate, there is the formation of medullary pyramid, and the depression of this cortex is known as column of Bardini or renal column. This is renal column. Okay, so this is the external structure. This is morphology. In first step we will study the morphology of kidney. So what is the meaning of morphology? Morphology means the information that we are getting from the direct observation of any organism or any part of the body or any organs without running a scalpel over it. So morphology is the entire information we are getting from this structure. That entire information is known as morphology. So we will study the morphology of this kidney, especially the morphology of the kidney, because this kidney, these two kidneys are located in abdominal cavity in dorsal position or dorsal side in front of the vertebrae, especially the last thoracic vertebrae and third lumbar vertebrae. Okay, that will be protected by these vertebrae. So in morphology, what we will study? First we will study in morphology shape, then we will study size, then we will study color, then we will study weight and position, and finally location. So shape, as we know, shape as it is looking here in the display of this entire human excretory system, this looks like seed of bean, so it is known as bean shaped. Bean shaped. This is bean shaped. In size, length means what will be the length of these two kidney. So length 10 to 12 centimeter, and what will be the width? This is the width. So width will be 5 to 7 centimeter. And what will be the thickness? What will be the thickness of the kidney? Thickness is 2 to 3 centimeter. 2 to 3 centimeter. Now color. What kind of color will be the kidney of both the kidney? So it is reddish brown in color. It is reddish brown. Okay. Now weight. What will be the weight of the kidney? Each kidney will weigh 120 to 170 gram per kidney. Means each kidney will weigh 120 to 170 gram. Now where will be located? These kidney will be located at what position in the abdominal cavity? So it is retroperitoneal in position. In position means just dorsal side of the body and in front of the body. What will be the location of these two kidney in the abdominal cavity? So it is located last thoracic. In between the last thoracic means T12, there are 12 thoracic vertebrae. So last thoracic means T12 vertebrae, and between the last thoracic and third lumbar vertebrae, this is L3. Number is 5 in number, so it is T12 in between the T12 and L3. Now, so this is the morphological feature of this kidney. Okay, and rest of the structure here we have already discussed or displayed in the figure. Okay. Now let's see the internal structure of the kidney, means anatomical section of the kidney. Since kidney is covered by this type of adipose tissue known as capsule, it is made up of adipose tissue. So it is cushion like a structure that will protect the kidney from the external injury. When any impact occurs over the body, it will push the kidney, but due to presence of the soft tissue, adipose tissue, the internal part of the kidney might be protected due to this adipose tissue, and this structure is termed as capsule. The internal structure is divided into many pyramidal shape like a structure, and due to depression of the cortex, this is cortex part, and this cortex when invaginate, it will separate the medullary part in many this like a structure. This is first medulla, this is another medulla, this is third medulla, many medullary structure, this is fourth medullary structure. So this is medulla part, that's why this structure is known as medullary pyramid. It looks like pyramidal in shape, that's why it is known as medullary pyramid. And the apex of this medullary pyramid, this is the apex of the medullary pyramid. So this apex is known as renal papilla or medullary papilla. But these two will be connected together like this. This will be connected, and these two be connected like this. this structure, this pyramidal structure, it will look like this. So these are renal pyramidal structure, and the apex of this one, this apex is termed as medullary papilla or renal papilla. Sorry, medullary papilla, yes, renal papilla. This is medullary papilla, and this notch, the depression, that depression is termed as, this notch is termed as we have already studied earlier. So this notch is hilum, and medullary papilla, through this medullary papilla one more structure will open, and this structure is known as this one, this structure. So these two are minor calyces, and both the minor calyces will open. So these are minor calyces, this one and this one, these two are minor calyces, and these two are many minor calyces which join to form this one, this structure. This is known as major calyces, major calyx, minor calyx, we can say minor calyx and major calyx. This is major calyx. So these major calyx will open into this structure, and this structure is termed as, this is the structure, this is the area, this area is known as, this is the area in which these major calyces will open. That area is known as renal pelvis, So here what will be in this region? In the cortex region, the Bowman's capsule will be located, over which the capillaries will bring the blood. So Bowman's capsule contains a highly convoluted and not like a structure of blood capillaries. That blood structure is termed as glomerulus, and the glomerulus will filter the blood, and the filtrate will turn into urine, or urine will collected here in this region, that will open into minor calyx, and the minor calyx transfer this urine into the major calyx, and major calyx transfer this into the renal pelvis, that will open into ureter. This is ureter. Okay, so this is the structure. This, as we know, this is hilum, the notch is known as hilum, through which blood capillaries, means renal artery, renal veins, and this ureter will come out, that will go inside and come out. So this is the structure, internal structure of kidney, and elaborated structure of this we can study here in this section. What will be the structure of this medullary pyramid? Here we can study the entire structure, internal structure of this medullary pyramid. So like this we can make this structure of medullary pyramid. Suppose this is medullary pyramid, and here this is the medullary pyramid. Above this region is cortex region, this is cortex region, and here to here this will be outer medulla, means outer medullary region, and here to here, in this region to here last, this is known as inner medullary region, this will be inner medulla. Okay, so this entire part is divided into cortex, outer medulla, and then inner medulla, inner medullary region. And this is, what is the term used for this one? This is known as the apex or medullary papilla. This is medullary papilla. And how the blood capillaries are located here in this region? So most of the part of the functional unit of this kidney located in cortex region. Most of the part of the functional unit of the kidney is nephron. So this is the structure of nephron and how this nephron is located here in this region. Suppose this is the Bowman's capsule and this Bowman capsule here, like this it will here, it will come and it will pass through the outer medullary region, and this is loop of Henle. Looping is very important for the concentration of the urine. So without loop the urine cannot be concentrated. So the function of this metanephric kidney, the presence of this loop of Henle in metanephric kidney is to concentrate the urine. So this looping is very important part of the kidney. So see, this is the part and it will turn into wider part, and this part is termed as here. In this region they will go out, it will go out and this will pass here like this. These are the collecting duct, collecting tubules and collecting duct, and these will transfer the urine here in this region. Like this it will transfer the urine. These are the collecting tubule or connecting tubules. It will connect the rest of the nephrons. So these are the connecting tubules and it will open here in this medullary papilla, and here lesser number of blood capillaries will be present. That's why the urine in this region, the osmolarity of the fluid in this matrix is always higher. That's why the urine maintains here in this region in the collecting duct, it will get concentrated. In physiological section we will study how this urine will be gets concentrated, because there should be the isoosmolar condition in this region. Here in this inner medullary matrix or interstitium of the inner medullary region, the concentration is always higher, and this higher concentration is maintained by this loop of Henle. So this is loop of Henle, this is loop of Henle, and this is Bowman's capsule. This is DCT, this one is PCT, and these are collecting or connecting ducts. Connecting ducts, we can also say connecting duct tubules, and this is collecting duct, collecting ducts. So all the connecting tubules open here in this region. So this entire region will be termed as column of this is duct of Bettini, duct of Bellini. This region will be termed as duct of, means this duct will be termed as duct of Bellini, and the blood capillaries will come from this region like this. It will come like this, it will come. This is afferent arteriole and this will go out in this region. Okay, this is afferent arteriole, this is afferent arteriole. It will bring the blood here in this glomerular region, and this is efferent arteriole, and this is, this knot of blood vessel is termed as glomerulus. This is knot of blood vessels, and this one is Bowman's capsule, Bowman's capsule. This is Bowman's capsule.